Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, me and Nick's channel. I'm trying to keep this video really short and sweet. I'm sorry that, look at Chanel back there. I'm sorry that the light's probably just ugly and stupid, but I need to get this video out of the way. So let me just get that off because it looks ratchet. So yeah, I need to get started. So first and foremost, I want to start by saying I'm just gonna start from the beginning of my pregnancy and to now. So first of all, I found out I was pregnant at 4 weeks. I found out I was pregnant because I just did not feel good. This is the symptoms, by the way. I just did not feel good. I took Chanel outside and it was like really hot. It was in August and I just felt like I was gonna pass out, like just walking outside. I just did not feel good at all. I felt lightheaded. I felt a little nauseous. Like I just felt like I was gonna pass out whenever I went out there. And so then I came back inside and I was like, that was weird. And so the next day happened and the same thing happened. And I was like, okay. So my period is 1 day late, which is nothing to be concerned about because sometimes it will be like 1 to probably like 4 days late. Like whenever you stress, you know, sometimes your period just, not stress, but like do just weird things. Like we had got back from California like the week before that. So I was just like, anything could happen. But that was our first time trying to get pregnant, so I was like, it's a possibility that I could be pregnant. So I went to the dollar store, got the pregnancy test, and then that's when the we're pregnant video happened. So you can go back and watch that video. After that, I would say that whenever you realize you're pregnant, it's like your body realizes you're pregnant. Because before that, I wasn't nauseous or anything, and I was 4 weeks at that time. And I just felt normal besides going out there and getting a little winded, I guess. So I felt fine. I would come back after probably about, that was 4 weeks, probably about 5 to 6 weeks, like right whenever I was about to turn 6 weeks, that's when the morning sickness started to kick in. And the first morning sickness sign I had was that whenever I went to go brush my teeth, like anytime the toothbrush like touched the back of my mouth, or when I tried to like put my tongue up to make sure that the toothpaste didn't go down my throat, that's when I would get real nauseous and like I would gag. And like sometimes you just gag when you brush your teeth, but when you're already nauseous and you gag, it's like you can't stop gagging. So I would like gag, and like because I didn't eat anything around that time, it would be like bile that comes up. Sorry if this is TMI, but it was basically like just spit, like yellow spit that just like came up every time, and like sometimes it just wouldn't stop and it would just be like liquid, like water just coming out, and it was just so annoying. And that was like my first morning sickness sign. When around that time, around 6 weeks, I would get really nauseous if I didn't eat. Like I would just get really sick to the point where like not saying I would starve myself, but sometimes I would wait to eat breakfast or things like that. And like when you're pregnant, you can't do that. When you feel hungry, you have to eat. And that's where I went wrong. Like I would try to wait to eat or eat like I used to when I wasn't pregnant, and that just doesn't work. Like you just get sick, like period, you just get sick. So after that, I started to know when I needed to eat, so I would try to eat more often. I didn't really have appetite at that time because any smell would make me nauseous. Any smell. Like we had a little plug-in that with the Febreze plug-in, and anytime I smelled that, I would just get really nauseous. I would get a headache because it was just too strong, because your senses literally heightened. Like your, sorry if I say like a lot, I didn't write this down, it's not a script. So yeah, your senses are heightened, so anything that you smell is like times 10. Like you have dog senses literally. And that was just like a #1 thing. I noticed that as well at the beginning. Other than that, other than the eating more frequently and the nausea if you didn't eat, I only threw up like 3 times. One time, that sounds like a lot because honestly I don't throw up. Like when I'm healthy and not pregnant, I don't throw up at all. Like maybe once a year, maybe. And from anything, like just random things, like who knows. But I never get sick. So I threw up jalapeno chips one time. That was not cute. I was just really mad because I ate jalapeno chips the day before that and nothing happened. So I was so confused as to why I threw up this time. I threw up Olive Garden salad, And also, I threw up Wingstop one time. And I wouldn't say the baby doesn't, okay, I threw it 4 times because I also threw up crab legs, which they were way too salty. I put too much crab oil in them and they were too salty, and that's why I threw those up. And I still crave them. So nothing that I threw up, I really threw up because the baby just didn't like it. It was the first trimester, so like when you throw up things at that point, it's pretty much just because you're nauseous, not because like the baby doesn't like it or anything like that. And so I went to the doctor at 7 weeks. I went to the doctor and they said my blood sugar was high because they take your pee and they put a little pH strip in it, which is not a pH strip. It's like, I guess, something else, but it tests for a few things. And they said my blood sugar was high, or my sugar in my pee was high, whatever. And so they wanted me to do the glucose test early because they thought I was like diabetic or something. But in my defense, I did have a Capri Sun the night before, a Capri Sun that morning, and pancakes. Because at that time, I was just eating whatever sounded good because my appetite was not there. So I just ate whatever sounded good. And I didn't know that you weren't supposed to like eat before you have a doctor's appointment. And my doctor's appointment was like at 2 o'clock. So I was like, I woke up at like 12, got me some pancakes, got me a Capri Sun, and went to the doctor. And I was like, cool. And that's when my blood sugar was high. And so when they gave me to drink, everything was cool. It's hard for me to drink. It was also hard for me to drink big things of liquid at that time because any liquid that I put in my stomach would just upset my stomach and I would get nauseous and like feel like I'm gonna throw up. And so I took that drink. Everything was cool. You gotta wait a week. What the hell? You gotta wait an hour before you get your blood drawn. And so 55 minutes in, I went in the building. And I guess because we were sitting out in the hot car, I threw up the drink as soon as I got in the building. And I was so mad because I just waited 55 minutes. Like, body, why couldn't you wait the whole hour, get the blood test done, and then throw up? But it just didn't work out. So they didn't worry about it that time. They said just come back whenever. I ended up not coming back to my next appointment. And I got my pee tested again and everything was normal. So it was just either because it was the beginning of my pregnancy or because I was eating all those sugary foods, who knows. And I also got an ultrasound that day as well. I'm gonna insert that here. I look super ugly in that ultrasound, so cut me some slack. They had to put the ultrasound thing that goes in your vagina because like the baby's not big enough to do the one that goes on your stomach. They had to do the one that goes in you. So I was like making the ugliest face ever. Just cut me some slack. Everything was good. The baby's heartbeat was like 150 at the time, so we were like, ooh, it's high, it's a girl, because you know the myths. But that was a lie because obviously it's a boy. But I'm cool with that because I said I want a boy and a girl. I can't be like mad about when I get what, you know. So as long as I get a girl next, I'm good. And if I don't, then it's cool. But I'm just gonna have 2 kids and that's gonna be it, 2 sons, and that's it, because I'm not about to be having all these kids. And so everything was cool at the beginning. I was really not, everything wasn't cool, I ain't gonna lie. It was like the beginning of the first trimester symptoms. Like that's what I had. I was sleepy all the time, literally all the time. Like I would take a nap and I would still go to bed at 9. I would get to take a nap when I got home at like 2 from school and sleep till 5, still go to sleep at 9 with no hesitation. And every morning when I woke up, it was like if I didn't get any sleep, and I would wake up like 7. So I got a good amount of sleep. It was just, your body is going through the most, literally the most. I went to the doctor at the end of my first trimester and I had gained 3 pounds. No, I think I gained like 3 pounds. Yeah, like 3 pounds. No, I gained 1 pound my first trimester. And then whenever I went back my second trimester, I lost 3 pounds. So it was weird, even though I was eating more. But anyway, 12 weeks, that's when I also had a lot of headaches my first trimester. I was really nauseous and I had a lot of headaches because you can't take that much medicine. You can only take Claritin and Tylenol. And I don't really like to take medicine a lot, especially like when I'm not pregnant. So really when I'm pregnant, I really don't want to take Tylenol or any kind of medicine, but I only take it when I'm like really in pain or when I feel like it's not gonna go away. And I have very bad allergies, so my headaches get really bad sometimes just from congestion. And I'm pretty sure I had a sinus infection twice my first trimester because you have a lot of sinus pressure because your veins are like expanding, and they have like way more blood flow going through them than usual when you're pregnant, which thanks to my app, that's how I know all of this information, because I literally read everything. And my pregnancy pretty much went exactly how the app, you know, the order of the app, which is good too, because that just means that I'm having like a normal pregnancy, which I'm very happy about. Not complaining at all. Even though my first trimester was kind of rough, I'm really not complaining because it could be so much worse. But whenever I went to the doctor the first time, the baby looked like this. I was 7 weeks, so the baby looked like this. A little jellyfish looking thing. That's what he looked like. And I'm gonna show y'all the ultrasound for that, like I said. Second time I went, I was like 12 weeks and the baby looked like this. So he was really turning into a baby at this point, like a fetus. Like he transitioned from whatever that was the first time to a fetus. And you get a lot of stretchy pain in your uterus your first trimester, just because something's in there and your uterus is probably this big, and then it's going from this big to, you know, however big the baby is when it comes out. So I haven't really had a lot of pain. After 12 to 13 weeks, I had a lot of like, not contractions, but like stretching pain in my uterus, and then it went away and now it's coming back. Now I'm 19 weeks. So from 19 to 20 weeks, the baby gains like 4 ounces. So yeah, that's where that stretchy pain is coming from. Ever since I hit like 13 weeks, I have not been nauseous anymore. I've been perfectly fine. My energy has went up. I still want to take naps and I still want to go to sleep at a decent time because my energy isn't all the way there. But you're pregnant, like your baby's taking all of your energy, draining everything out of you. So that's probably what that's happening.
Maybe I have this right here. Harvey. Oh, moving. Looks a very happy baby there. But otherwise, baby will not move.
Other than that, everything is cool. My allergies suck sometimes. I get a lot of headaches because of my hormones, but everything's cool now. Like literally everything feels fine now. Like the only time I know I'm pregnant is when I look down or whenever I get the uterus stretching feeling, because he's growing so much. And I do feel him kick now, and it's like, I just love it because I know he's good. Like he's alive, he's healthy, and I just hope that it stays like that. You know, you always think, I always think the worst. That might sound so bad, but I always think the worst just because I like to prepare myself for any situation. But he is healthy, and I just pray that he stays healthy. And we have so many different things that we want to tell y'all, but my camera's dying right now, so I have to try to like cut this short. But if you have any questions, make sure you ask me. I will answer, whether it's in another video or in the comments or anything. We have so many videos coming up. Baby names, were the pregnancy myths right, all kinds of stuff. So just stay tuned, comment below what you want to see, like this video, and subscribe to our channel. And I'm going to show y'all my baby bump. This is my, don't mind my white stomach, y'all. My stomach is so white, but this is my baby bump. You can't, I mean, I don't feel like I'm that big for 4 months and 2 weeks. These are my gender reveal nails too, by the way. I love them. I think they so cute. But yeah, that's my foot on the floor. So yeah, thanks for watching.